You know the movie Fight Club where Brad Pitt says, I need to destroy something beautiful? I have a perfectly good body and it's time to destroy it. The mariachi band is playing off in the background, practicing. That's the send-off for these little winglets here. Those weren't part of my design. They look like bell bottoms. You can see the triangular shape that I've been doing of all the things that I don't like about it. This is supposed to kind of taper in more, and so it does add a little too much. The front on shot of the car is honestly atrocious. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut that, call Abe and be like, my bad. For SEMA, I just want to stand in front of the car and I want to be like, yes, that's what I had visioned. So. That turned out way better than I was expecting. And in fact, that cut with the way that he had left all the extra material, we can sand it, we can prime it back down. Like even I could do that. So I feel very good about that. Even though it's an aesthetic thing for me, we're hitting on both sides of the trailer where we hit here, so can't have the bumper wider than that.
You guys hacked that, huh?
You left me alone with it for too long. You just filled in the backside and kept with the lines that are there now.
Okay.
The bottom kind of flared out too much.
Too much, okay.
My most important thing is that whatever I do with the carbon, it's flat.
So you want the distance as the 4x4?
Yep. Yep, that's perfect.
I'll cut it from in between these two panels right here.
Yeah. The car that you see behind me is about to be wrapped. We're gonna go from this beautiful full Technicolor world to this. I never normally do this, but it feels like the 1920s, and we're gonna go black and white because this is a twist that most of you did not see coming. We are going to wrap the car a different color. Okay, well, you can probably tell just the Luma, which is the light channel of this camera, that these are not the same color. This already blew my mind because I didn't even know it existed. Start with something simple. Here is the first cut. This stuff's kind of thicker than I was expecting.
That's good.
Yeah, until we go to do some more complex. There. Kev and I are going to pull back into our historical adventure. What you're gonna do, Ari, is hold these two corners. I'm just gonna lock this corner in. We did a lot of tests. As you can see, there's a lot of weird things that we were doing because I'm very familiar with like a 3M film, and this is a new company, Orifal. They've got they're German or international or whatever. So I was really hesitant because I thought it would be worse. 3M has got that 2080. This is off of a poor car that somebody needs to work on. This stuff is our status quo. That's what's been on the 4-rotor for years, but you can already see that this is actually thicker. Now, it's not fair comparison because there's so much more of this, but I don't represent any of these companies, so I'm being honest. This is very candy. It feels almost like a gel coat of some sort. It's very impressive because I stretched the shit out of it and then heated the shit out of it and then melted it back down, and it retained its color, which 3M does not. This stuff discolors very quickly. And so what I was testing in this front corner was peeling it back up and then bring it back down, and I did that 4 times, and it never kept that seam line right there. I bring it back down, you have that little line there, and then I heated it up and it disappeared. And even all the swirling heat it up and it just melts. I am very, very impressed with this stuff. I'm gonna be honest, any of you guys that get a chance to see this car at SEMA in person, you're gonna think it's a painted car. This stuff is mind-blowing. I'm very, very happy that we took the risk on it. As you can tell, it is gloss. So get excited, it is reflective. We have a bit of challenge ahead of us, and you can kind of tell where I'm going with it. The problem is that we are doing body work still while we're wrapping. Those two are polar opposites in terms of what you do to prepare and end up using the room for. So Kev came up with this idea of using house filters, like HEPA, high, like super filtration, and we're gonna put it onto the back of the swamp cooler, and then 2 of them on the back of this massive fan. So that way, when we're moving air, at least the moving air is all clean, and not that we can have like a positive displacement where you got fresh air pushing out the dust-filled air, but at least we'll have a little bit more moisture to collect, and then we should probably see these things turn colors. That way we can wrap, not get stuff under the wrap, which is a little bit more forgiving than expel and those type of things, but this is the sort of stuff that you have to do to get everybody working all at the same time. We have begun disassembling the car and really making it right. Took a lot of time sanding just weird clear coat issues off that, but you can really see the difference between these two colors. This begins the moment where I turn into swearing dad mode, but it's the first cut that's gonna fuck up the rest of the film and then make me worry that I don't have enough film, and then, you know, the whole stress before SEMA. But at this moment, I am calm, I am one. Did I say I'm at peace? I'm not at peace. I love that. Stretch it a little bit and then it hooks in. I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but I knew that this would look good. I didn't know it would look this good. If you're a rapper, you know that this is actually a pretty easy piece. Short of the edges here that you'll see, this is the icing on the cake for this door. Is I got the both door trim pieces with the door being ready. What better?
Genuine OEM Mazda.
OEM. All of those clips, all the felt, and that deserves to go on this car. Those aren't on all the way, but regardless.
Wow. This should have been a Mazda color.
It really should. It's meant for the car. It just looks, it looks right. There's a smile on my face right now, but this is honestly one of the bigger pieces, and it's got multiple focuses, and each of them can mess up. We're in good spirit, but it could quickly go to shit quickly. So we're gonna try and do it 1 section, 2 sections, and 3 sections. We don't want to keep laying the film on this stuff and pulling it back up, so we have to be very careful with that.
Remember, he's not a rapper.
I ain't a rapper though. It's extremely chaotic because everything's in our clean space now, so we're trying to do what we can, but you guys are helping tint. We got the doors back on, the moonroof, everything's just really pure chaos. And then there was tons of dirt under here that caused the corners of the film not to stick down, so we're gonna have to use that adhesive and clean that out a little bit more. Getting the body put back on. The camera can't even comprehend it. Yeah. Ceramic 35%. Huge thanks to Alex. You helped me out big time, man, with your side mirror. His looked like it was caught on fire, which is not surprising for an RX-7. Hopefully the car's okay. I was able to heat up the glass, and then it's kind of like a sticky putty type of adhesive. Heat up the glass, plop that off of this piece. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, and this piece has a screw that goes through the center that then goes to the mechanism right inside of there. And so if you try and pull the glass out, you're trying to pull on that screw, and not a good time. So I've disassembled it completely, cleaned mine up. Finally have glass so I can actually see cars coming on my left. That, the tint, this car is just going to present really well. We got the sunroof off, so that'll be it. You know, instead of just kind of wrapping everything, everything's got that nice trim finished up, and God, that 35% was exactly what I was looking for. You taking all that shit off the inside?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of glue residue left over here and here, and some right here.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So what I do is I just knife it down.
This is the most put together this car has ever been. We've got all the trim on it. We've got, finally, the side mirror. I've wrapped that all in one piece. That was actually just my test piece, and this film works so well that I was able to seam it right in the back here. But the fenders and the rear and front bumpers, and that should make it look totally different. Okay, so the trick to this is making sure that the white area is covered. I'm gonna tell you it is, and not what you're gonna do. That little corner right there. Mm-hmm. Handle it. Well, there you see the majority of one side done, and we're about to attack the front bumper.
See it shrinking?
Yep.
When you go with the body line, these lines are gonna hold. It's never gonna fail. There's no tension whatsoever. Like look. So when you're trying to shoot for the corner, you stretch out and then outward, and then hook the corner. So as soon as you do that, see how it pulls?
Yep. I'm assuming all of you did it all at once. Like everybody did that. I made a Patreon post, and I was just picking pictures. I didn't think I took that long.
There's a little bit of tension. The way he did the corner just now, yeah, it makes us look like little bitches. It just wants to suck itself in. See? He's literally having it wrap itself. Look at that.
I don't know how you sat here and didn't laugh at us the entire time.
Everybody starts throwing around. Relax the film again, and this time work it over by overlapping, feeding the material in versus stretching.
This garlic sauce, that's gonna be like pure fat. Like,
You know what else is pure fat?
I thought you were gonna go lower. I'm blown away at everybody's work ethic. It's past midnight, Sunday. This is the most on time we've ever been.
Honestly, yeah. We have like maybe 30 hours before we have to like head out.
As you can tell, we all lost our sanity hours and days ago, but I love this car. I keep loving this car more and more. If that was even possible, like this is a very well-known internet car, right? Like you guys have seen millions of videos on it, or not. You hate seeing millions of videos being suggested to you, but it still brings me joy, and I hope that that does the same for you guys when we unveil the car. You don't have one. I'm woefully unprepared. The fuck? Dude, I feel alone.
You know, don't you kind of like miss the sound of his torch?
You taught me so many things, but I don't remember any of them when Rob's here.
You're just such a bully. My brother cut this too short.
It's art. You know why I cut this too short? Because my brother pulled it weird. So we couldn't help it. We had to get first looks right now. Holy shit. Oh, don't do it. Do it. That is by far one of the straightest cuts I've ever made.
Wow.
My gut feeling was I cut it just the right amount. I did. How did that get like space age, futuristic, like spaceship? I need to see it from more angles. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's not even on the ground.
And the diffuser's not even on. There you go, guys. This is the last video that we're gonna put out before the unveil video on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, PST. So that's 1 in the afternoon at East Coast. So this is our last video. I hope you enjoy this. Maybe there's an Easter egg in this video or not. Come Tuesday, this, like in its full form, gets unveiled, and I don't think any of us could be any more proud of what we've done.